So, what's my goal as a sexual abolitionist? When I think about all the freedoms we deserve that should be a part of our humanity, and I think about how, as a country, we have not been humane to so many marginalized groups. The Emancipation Proclamation was 1863, January 1st, 1863. Imagine that somebody had to say, you're free, you're okay, you don't owe us anything anymore, you don't have to work for me, you don't have to be my sexual slave, my work slave. And then fast forward, you have the Federal Equal Credit Act. That's October 1974. And now they're like, okay, you've been free, women, but now you even get a little financial freedom. You don't have to ask permission anymore. And then we have the 1910 abortion bans. And in 1973, you have Roe v. Wade. And it's like, oh, look, you can have agency over your body without us telling you. And this will actually be between you and your medical professionals. Your medical professionals, those people that went to school for like 5-6 years after going to school and after going to school, those people who actually know. And then we're back to 2020 and the overturning of Roe v. Wade. It's amazing that we're moving and transitioning people in and out of the freedoms to their body, the freedom to their own sexual autonomy. And this is because we lack the emotional competence, not only the medical competence, but the emotional competence, the humanity competence to see the problem with that. To justify someone's religious beliefs over someone's physical, spiritual, and sexual medical crisis. Tells me that my goal is to make sure that I am working with synagogues, with churches, with Buddhist temples. It tells me that I have more work to do with parents. It tells me that I have to work with boys around consent. It tells me that I have to work with girls around boundaries and listening to their bodies. So my goal as a sexual abolitionist is to employ more abolitionists, is to inspire more abolitionists, more sexual abolitionists, and not to say that you have to do the work that I do, but just simply that you're doing the work for yourself. That you are governing yourself in a way that your spirituality and your sexuality connect, that they are not in competition with one another, that one doesn't have more dominance over the other, but that you're a complete being. That's the work. That's the freedom. That's the joy. That's the gratification That's the happiness. I authentically want people to be happy. And I don't think that people can find their authentic happiness and joy without freedom, their whole freedom, their spiritual freedom, their sexual freedom, their own autonomy. But that has to be learned. We don't come into the world with these understandings. Matter of fact, the world has already premeditated everything that you are going to be. Boys are going to wear blue, girls are going to wear pink. Boys are going to play these sports, girls are going to dress this way. So everything has already been premeditated, preordained for you. And then somewhere or another, you're supposed to find yourself. And that's a lot of work. And it's hard to find yourself in a world full of misinformation and miseducation and misguidance and a lot of sexual shame, a lot of sexual oppression. So my goal is just to help you along your journey. That's the work that I'm here to do with you. I don't do the work for you. I guide you to help you find your way, what is going to work for you. And the moment that we become individuals and abandon the rules that are only applicable to these various marginalized groups, because the people that make the rules never follow the rules, right? And so now, instead of rules, we'll live by guidelines, we'll live by understandings. We won't submit these understandings because they are fluid, because they are not binary, because we are forever evolving, we are forever changing. And we are not destined to stay the same. And so if I can help people understand that, dildos for everybody. No, I'm just kidding. But if I can help people really grasp that, I think that we'll be in a safer society. I think that we'll be in a less violent society. I think that we'll give credit to men for being nurturers and not just assigning nurturing only to women. And I think that that will create balance. And again, that's just how we get a better society, a healthier society, and more importantly, just a healthier you.